Players are ready. So let's head down for the finals of Winter Challenge number 11. We've got johnkkez versus Applechips. Sure is. Okay, let's see what we got here. Tell our players they are good to go. Right, johnkkez looking at a hand of no primal influence. On the
It's
same team,
still
but
the
actually on different decks. So Applechips playing the
yeah.
Sentinel aggro deck, johnkkez playing the Soldiers deck. John's gonna keep that one with no primal.
Wow, that's a bit greedy though. Well, it's still the same like the last match. Like if the soldiers player can't draw the right influence or like the right influence, this Sentinel deck will just run them over. And with Apple Chips having Blazing Salvo as early removal for johnkkz's Daru Lee or Shock Troops, it's slightly favoring Apple Chips right now.
Yeah. Okay, johnkkez is gonna be able to plunder away using that Crown Watch Patroller to get themselves a primal sigil. By plundering something away there, and Temple Raider off the top for Applechips. And here comes Flameheart Patroller. You know, whenever I see a deck like this, it always makes me chuckle a little bit because you've got these limited cards. You've got Auto Tread, you've got Flameheart Patroller, you've got Temple Raider in hand. Like these are your draft chaff cards, and bringing them to a competitive tournament and making the finals like this, something always just strikes me the right way when that happens.
Yeah, it's kinda it's really good to see like limited all stars being played and constructed.
All right,
Ooh,
johnkkez, here we go with the call on allies. That's going to knock the shock troops up to a 7-7, the Darley up to a 5-4, and put two soldiers on top of johnkkz's deck. Here comes
it,
Fort Smasher. Right,
for
Crown
this
Patroller.
card like enables if you hit the opponent, it enables you to play another unit which is cost 3 or less from the top 3 cards of your deck, uh, virtually giving you more of a board presence if it hits. But
Mm-hmm.
with this board of johnkkz right now, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, 7-7-5-4. That makes that pretty big. That's going to be tough to get through. But here comes Applechips, going to just attack through anyway. Applechips has Edict of Shavka and a pair of Phoenix Stones in their hand. Here comes that Edict. That's going to take out the Darley. Comes that Phoenix Stone. Janitor David
So you
off the top.
so you see right now it's still the same as before, like the Sentinels being just pressuring the soldiers deck, which which doesn't seem right at first glance.
Right, usually it's the opposite. We did talk about that though, how the soldiers deck is usually the beatdown, but not necessarily in this matchup. A quick draw from Applechips' side can definitely put the soldiers on the back foot and have to play some defense.
I was surprised that Apple Chips didn't just attack with the Phoenix Stone. I guess he was just playing it, gonna put Fort Smasher on defense.
Yeah, when
But
this controlled demolition is
with
a
his
nice draw.
yeah, but with this high life dot, I would have preferred just attacking with the Phoenix Stone.
Mm-hmm. Right. Hourly and Hyphos in hand for johnkkz. Now, Applechips can line up this block and use this controlled demolition here to give one of the Sentinels double damage and regen. So that's just going to be able to eat one of the units here. That
Mhm.
Iron Thorn. But johnkkz is still left with a 7-7. It's going to follow up with Dowerly. Going to hold the Hyphos back for some amplify value the next turn. Power Cell here for Applechips. Really just another unit at this point.
Yeah,
Here
I
comes that
think
Phoenix.
yeah, Fort Smasher's gonna go in. I think Janitor Dovid's gonna be okay. Never mind.
Gonna stick
So
around and
yeah, so yeah, like attacking with the Phoenix from the turn before could have presented could have killed John Kikes on Apple Chips' last previous turn.
Yeah, potentially. And now with this Phoenix Stone in hand, that's going to be tough. You're going to have to basically chump block the Hyphos here.
Yep.
Things aren't looking great for johnkkz's side.
Ooh. Volk.
Volk, one of the new cards here, Volk. But gonna instead use their power to just put force lethal through at this point. When you've got a 4/4 every turn, johnkkz essentially has to answer the 4/4 every single turn.
Yep. And this is the when soldiers are on the back foot, it's not really good just to block with your big attackers.
And that's going to be it. As we said, that's going to be tough. And nothing johnkkz can do to stop that Phoenix. And Applechips is going to take the first game 1-0. So I wonder if Applechips, testing this deck, recognize that Sentinels can put a clock on all these soldier decks. Because
I,
we've seen it be pretty one sided so far.
yes, and I think that it opened my eyes that I should just make a Sentinel deck rather than soldiers.
Yeah, that's one thing we like to see with these tournaments. So beware. Thanks to Applechips bringing the Sentinels deck. Be prepared to see this all over all over ladder for the next 2 weeks. Quick game one, so fast. I love on the 5-minute delay too, chat. That like this game is game one is over like before it's even started for chat.
I can't believe that this tournament's gonna be ending really early compared to
Yeah.
the other tournaments.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of our faster tournaments for sure. Our players are still getting that game set up, so we'll bring it back to the booth so you're not staring at my awkward eternal screen. But again, while we have a quick break here, thank you everyone for following. Thank you everyone for being involved. And thank you for all the subscriptions and the raids today as well. All right, looks like they are ready for game two, so let's head down.
Let's head down.
All right, so Applechips is up 1-0 over johnkkz. See here, johnkkz on the play this time. Make sure they go. Mulligan that one.
One step closer to that wild card slot. I'm just so excited about that happening.
Absolutely. Well, I guess it's kind of a win-win from johnkkz's side because if they win, they automatically qualify. If they lose, it opens up a 6 slot that they have a chance to get.
Yep.
Of course, I'm pretty sure they'd rather win though.
I mean, the cash prize isn't a bad thing to get as well.
That's true. That's true. Not bad to get an extra $20 in your pocket just for playing some Eternal. All right, Applechips gonna play a 1-cost 3/2, which is what? But no, of course it can't attack unless you control a Sentinel. But that's not a problem for Applechips because their deck is chock full of Sentinels. Darley gonna hit for some damage using the shock troops here. But here comes that auto tread. It's gonna take care of that shock troops. Well, it's unfortunate, but sometimes that's what you get playing a 1/1. Here comes the logistics expert. That's a little tough to play out your logistic expert in face of an auto tread.
Yeah.
Applechips basically just gets to remove that for free.
I think. Yeah, I guess that's good. You can laser.
Oh, this is nice. Look at that. Because of the power cell. All right, but you're gonna use the Argos technique. I guess johnkkz is thinking can protect that. Applechips going for the value there, throwing away the free power cell to deal 1 damage. But johnkkz, that opens up the door for johnkkz to use the +2/+2 lifesteal to protect their units away from that auto tread. But Applechips still pretty good setup. There is Visual Bug. Applechips has 3 cards in hand, not 10. So they've got a Laser Blast, they've got a Volk, and they've got a Temple Raider in hand.
I guess I can't agree with johnkkz attacking with his Daruli into a decay unit.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's tough.
Kind of a free block for Applechips because of the decay. Gonna keep the permanent damage and care of that Daruli. So johnkkz is down to a Janitor Dovid, a Logistics Expert, and they've got a Hyphos in hand, which that can do some work, but it is opening the door for Applechips to start to take this game over. It also drew a Blazing Salvo for the turn as well, plus their Laser Blast.
Applechips has the potential just to wipe the board on johnkkz's side.
Oh yeah, because they can discard a card to ping 1, make this a 4/4, and then laser blast the David. Oof.
Yep.
That's brutal. Good catch, IP. There you go. Discarding 1's going to kill the logistics expert, which now makes it a 4 health unit to take care of that David cleanly. And here comes the trash. 2 more 2/1s. Now Applechips has the board, has the cards, and has the life total advantage. Everything coming up Applechips.
I wish Applechips could have just discarded Volk for and keeping the Tempo Reader to just present Leto next turn.
Here you go. Going to stun 2 units here. That's going to buy johnkkez a turn. But unfortunately, 1 turn's not going to be enough. This is going to be tough to figure out how to answer the current board. And now a Volk.
Yeah.
Boot.
So I'm guessing chat will be happy that 6 card slot is gonna be now 100% guarantee. I guess you can go, yeah.
Yep.
Then salvo.
And then salvo. Yep. And that's just more than lethal here for Applechips. There you go. Applechips going to take it 2-0 over johnkkez, and Applechips is going to be our winner of Winter Challenge number 11. Congratulations, Apple.